So yeah, originally when and I didn't mean to cut you off there, but originally when I heard the Baha'i faith, and I'm sure I'm not the first one that said this, and I'm probably not the first person
Yeah.
you've heard say this, but I thought it was more like a Polynesian or a Hawaiian faith,
Right.
just from the Baha'i. I don't know, just the way it was spelt
Right.
with the punctuation in
Yeah.
there. So that was my original thought. And then so it like totally shocked me that it did come from the Middle Eastern area
Right.
there, which is really interesting that you brought up that a lot of the
Yeah.
faiths kind of came from there. I
Yeah.
would be curious to find out more of why that
Right.
is.
Yeah.
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 Well, there's a theory that's put forth kind of in some of the Baha'i writings that um, these what Baha'is would call a messenger of God or a prophet, they get sent to kind of the worst, most corrupted kind of place
Oh,
at the
interesting.
time period.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I know when I've read some of the history of what Persia was like at that time period, it was pretty horrible. I mean, not that necessarily there was wealth and power and so forth, but it was kind of corrupt in the sense of how some of the religious establishment was running things and how the government was a lot of things like lying and bribery and trying to get ahead and those kinds of things. And ultimately, I think we could probably all acknowledge the people who suffer, of course, are the common people in those kind
Right.
of
Right.
situations, right? While everyone else is jockeying around for power and position.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is this kind of this view that perhaps Jesus came to the time period he came to because that area with the Roman government and other things going on, maybe it was the most needed place for God's revelation to appear.